Going on, everybody? Just waiting for confirmation that we are live everywhere. What's going on, everybody? We're here for another episode of Dana White's Contender Series live coverage. We're also going to go over what happened in San Antonio for the UFC on Saturday and in Vegas for the Pac Thurman fight. If you missed that, man, that was a great fucking fight. We're going to dive into all of that real soon. Right now, the Contender Series is just coming on. They're doing a whole spiel where they talk about what's on the line, etc., what to look for the guy from the guys. Touch on their stories a little bit. But in about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll be knee deep in the fights, man. If this is not your first episode of Dana White's Contender Series, then you know these fights are always really exciting for the most part. Very rarely do you even see a decision. If you do, it was usually a war. Dana White's made it clear what he wants this season, as clear as he's ever made it, and that's he wants to see a bunch of dogs in there. Male, female, flyweight to heavyweight. He wants to see everybody put on the line from minute to minute. And he feels like you don't, then thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time. And, we'll see you later. Full disclosure, did terrible on my fight picks this weekend. For the UFC card, I think I want 2-4. Yeah, dreadful. But I did call Pacquiao. That's a fact. Very rare. I do not root for the old guy. But he did not look old on Saturday, did he, man? Hannon Thurman, his first loss. And if you guys were with me for the Pacquiao Thurman fight, you saw it was my first time with a co-host. I think that went really well. Definitely going to experiment with that more. Speaking of my first co-host, Carrie has joined us. What's going on, man? You did call it. You did call it as well. Yes, sir. Carrie brought a wealth of knowledge and boxing acumen to the coverage for that Pacquiao Thurman fight. I told you guys I'm not even gonna sit there and play around with those boxing matches. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it with you. We are gonna cover it, but you're not getting a boxing play-by-play from me. So y'all can just talk shit later. No, we could talk some MMA though. They're just going over the first fighters. I like. Interesting. They said this one fighter doesn't cut weight because he has type 1 diabetes, so he's not able to put his body through that. I was just about to say about the same guy. I like when they have people who have been on the show before and are returning winners. Sometimes they even won by finish, like this gentleman. But they just didn't show enough, or they were too young or too early in their career, and did not get a contract to the UFC. But I like when I see them get a new chance, like a second chance, I should say, and they allow them to come prove themselves again. I've yet to see a guy get a second or last week a third chance and not show the fuck out. So I'm excited to see how this guy does. Yo, Josh, what's going on, man? I be seeing you talk boxing on online. You want some of this? You want to get in this? Come on, man. Open invite. Don't even gotta bring your own mic. I got you. Yo, Zai, what's going on, man? Yo, Greg, what's up, bro? Welcome, my friend. Tell me you watching the Contender series. About to start in like 5 minutes. Well, the card started, but the first fight's probably gonna start in about 5 minutes. Did you send that to my phone? Spence Jr. versus Porter. When is that? September 28th? What's up, man? Are you still going to be in Jersey? We can do that. I'm with it. Yo, John, welcome, man. Word. Said, hell yeah, that's why I'm here. That's what I'm talking about, man. About to see a bunch of savages, man. I love this shit. All right, they are taking a while to start this episode. Usually they're right to it, so I don't like to talk about too much before the first fight. But they're playing with my emotions. So we are going to dive into the San Antonio card a little bit while we are waiting. I hope you guys were able to catch this card. I know a lot of people are boxing fans. They didn't want to miss the Pacquiao fight, so, they ordered that and missed the San Antonio card. The San Antonio card wasn't the deepest card on paper to the casual eye, but hardcore fans knew that this card was, in my opinion, stacked, man. Of course, it wasn't like a Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz type of card, but there was names, established names, all up and down this card, even in the prelims. Of course, what everybody was talking about, though, is this card keeping pace for the most decisions in UFC history. It tied. I thought it was going to win it, but luckily Dan Hooker against James Vick took us out of that slump, I'll call it. But still, man, even though it was so many decisions, they were good fights. We saw Ray Borg get a win. That guy's going through it. If you're an MMA fan, you know Ray Borg's story, his struggles in life with his child, etc. Really good to see him get a W. Roxanne Modafferi, I hate to see her lose, but if it wasn't for the flyweight division being so, let's call it thin, Roxanne Modafferi would not still be in the UFC. But she is, and I will cheer for her every time I see her fight. But she did get a L on Saturday against Jennifer Maia. Sam Alvey got what he believes to be a controversial loss against Clifton Abreu. Raquel Pennington got a W, a much-needed W. And my boy Alex Bruce Leroy Caceres was able to bounce back from his loss against Chrome Gracie and get a W as well against Steven Pearson. Decision, but he looked good, man. He looked good. He looked loose. He looked comfortable. He looked, of course, he's more comfortable standing than he is on the ground. But he was able to at least make it a fight on the ground, mostly. He did have a round where he was held down mostly, but he did enough to win that fight, which is great. It's going to be a sad day when Bruce Leroy is no longer in the UFC. That's my guy. Now let's bust into the main card real quick. Andrei Arlovski versus Big Ben Rothwell, a.k.a. the first L of the night for me on my picks. Andrei Arlovski, I don't understand this guy's career. First of all, he's a heavyweight that currently has, somewhere between 6 and 8 decision victories in a row. Or, decision fights in a row. At heavyweight, that never happens. You don't go that many fights without getting knocked the fuck out or knocking someone out when you guys are between 220 and 265 pounds. Some guys who cut down to 265 are even bigger. Like Big Ben Rothwell is very large. Um, to see Andre win another fight by decision, I don't know, it's mind-boggling. I picked against him. He keeps, he'll lose, then he'll go to run. He'll lose, he'll go on a run. I don't even know if I'll ever pick against Andre Arlovsky again, or even pick an Andre fight. Because who the fuck knows what's about to happen, man. Overall, he looked okay. He seemed to have a good gas tank. I don't know what the fuck Big Ben's plan was. I'm a Big Ben Rothwell fan, man. I love his personality. I love his character. He's also a pro wrestling guy. I'm a big fan of his, but I don't know what his game plan was. It looked like he was injured or something, which they all come in injured. That's not an excuse, but he seriously looked like maybe something was wrong with his rib. He just never looked comfortable at all standing, and he never did anything substantial to try to get it to the ground. He tried a couple takedowns, but they looked lazy. He wasn't able to finish. He didn't set him up like he usually does. I have no idea what the game plan was, because if the game plan was what he did in the octagon, mind-blowing. Horrible game plan. Nothing ever clicked. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I really don't know what to say about that fight. Guys, the second fighter is coming out for the first fight of Dana White's Contender Series, so we are going to hold off on talking these fights from San Antonio and enjoy what these young men are about to do for us to earn this UFC contract. We got a featherweight matchup. Both guys 5'10", really tall for this division. Not the tallest, but nice size for this division. You see Kirk with a 5-inch reach advantage over Billy, though. Now, if this isn't the first time you're joining me, you've heard me say before, it's cool to have reach. It's another thing I'll know how to use it. I'm touching that a little later. I think Stefan Struve, the tallest man to ever fight in the UFC, and never developed a jab and outside game. Here we go, guys. We have Kirk in the blue, Billy in the red. Kirk with the reach advantage, but instantly goes for a takedown. What I do like from Billy so far, he has a open guard, and as I say that, of course, he closes it. I yell at these guys every time I see closed guard. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not a fighter. I have no right to judge these guys. At the same time, we're here talking about it, right? I hate seeing closed guard because what the fuck are you going to do from a closed guard? You're not going to knock anybody out. You're not going to hurt them. You're not going to do any submission, typically. Open guard, I like to see because at least you're positioning to show some type of danger, some type of attack. Shoot a submission up there, create a scramble. Closed guard, you're just waiting for him to advance on you. Kirk having good control, advancing, staying with Billy. Billy able to push him off, though. But Kirk is still pressuring on him. Now inside control, Kirk is. You see that right knee on the hip. Look for him to, slide that right over the hip. Got in the mount. That was a nice transition, man. Luke Thomas was just talking about this. A lot of people don't even go for mount anymore because MMA fighters are just trained so well to protect themselves from being in mount. They're able to get out of it pretty easily. So it's like, do you have enough time to invest in a good mount? You did see Kirk go for mount, land a couple strikes, but Billy able to roll out of it almost. But Kirk stayed with him. Really good control. Now has his back. Both hooks in. Billy trying to toss him over the top. But Kirk is just all over him. He's trying to break down the base, and he does successfully. Nice. Yeah, Kirk just still on the back, both hooks in, landing shots. Billy's trying to turn him every which way, but Kirk's control is really good. Kirk trying for a choke. Not able to get anything, but has Billy fidgeting, moving, create opportunities. Billy tries to toss him over the top again and does so successfully. Kirk reached to go for the far leg to break down Billy's base again, but he was too high this time. He wasn't able to keep leverage with those hooks and stay on Billy's back. Billy on top. Let's see what he can do with it. He has over a minute and a half. All right, get kicked off, but they're standing. Still good for Billy. Better than being having someone on his back, I should say. Kirk showing diverse striking game. Couple 1-2s, nice kick to the body. Billy clinches him up against the cage. Goes for a takedown, has single leg. Kirk was almost feeding that leg in between Billy's legs. I don't agree with that. He should have put the leg on the outside of Billy's leg. You don't want to put it in between their legs because then they can clamp it with their legs, shift, and pull you down with that single leg. How do I know? Because I wrestled for years. And you feed a fucking single leg in between someone's knees, you're going down. You want to keep that foot on the outside of their quad. Kirk on top again. Billy needs to be careful with those elbows. They look like they were almost landing on top of Kirk's head, and they were kind of 12-6 elbows, which are illegal. Yeah, I got it, Kerry. Good look. Kirk is on top now, still. Landing some nice ground and pound before the round ended. Billy had his moments, but 100% a round for Kirk. Kirk not using his... Herb Dean just had to show Billy where his corner was. I don't know if he's confused or he's just lackadaisical by nature. He looked lost for a second. But yeah, Kirk, I can't say he's not using his size. He's definitely invoking his size onto Billy, but taking it down instantly and definitely had an advantage. Seems to like it on the ground, keeping on top, keeping pressure. Nice strikes, advancing regularly.
And as we see here, Billy with a huge inside kick. He also goes later on to the kick to the body, but Kirk with a nice takedown off that kick attempt. And right here we see Kirk with the ground and pound. He passes the legs by, was able to land some big punches. There's that body kick I was talking about earlier that Billy landed, but he's not defending those takedowns. He's got to make that adjustment this round.
Oh, and we heard his corner asked for him to defend those takedowns a little bit stronger.
Here we go, round two. So far, exciting, action-packed fight, man. I'm enjoying this shit. Billy pressuring, some nice strikes. Mixing it up to the body. That's what you want to see from Billy coming out this round.
And what Kirk's doing is he's meeting him in the middle and trying to create the grappling transitions because he doesn't like the forward pressure of Billy right now.
Nice 1-2 from Kirk. Billy liking those body shots. Kirk with a nice body kick. Tries, well, both of them go for an overhand. Missed though. Nice body shots from Billy. Does eat a knee for that last one though.
February of 2016 was the last time he made it out of the first round. Big knee that time.
Knee from Kirk. Billy's throwing hard, landing his best shots to the body. That's going to serve him well if it goes into a third round. I mean, Dana White's got to be loving this shit right now, man. They are going at it. Not going to lie, I feel like if this is a regular fight, Kirk would have gone for a takedown. But because this is Dana White Contender Series, I think he said, fuck it. Let me see. I'm a round up. Let me see what I can do on the feet against this guy. Oh, ate some hard shots from Billy just now. These guys are about this shit, man. Oh, nice overhand by Billy. Misses a jab. Kirk misses a knee. Goes for a desperate takedown. Wonder if he's wearing some of those shots. Oh, another hook from Billy. Then follows up to the body. Like those body shots from Billy, man. Throws a leg kick in there for good measure. The way he throws those body punches is weird. He is landing that right to the body over and over again. As well as a nice left jab to the body. The jab left, I don't know how much does a jab to the body hurt. You definitely feel it. But that right hook right there to the abdomen, that's going to add. And he just need them in the same exact spot. Billy is throwing hard shots, man. Now they're against the cage. Both tries to throw some knees. This round is Billy so far. Yeah, Kirk's clearly feeling it. Billy feinted to the body and just got a huge reaction out of Kirk. Kirk noticed that he noticed and goes for a desperate shot. But he's feeling it. Billy keeps hitting him in the body. Oh, needed a body from Billy. Guys, if you are not watching and you're wondering why I just keep saying Billy, Billy, Billy all this round, that is because he is putting it on Kirk right now. Holy shit. Another needed a body. Kirk is going to have to do something. Another needed a body and needed a head. Another knee from Billy. Holy shit, man. Ooh. Another hook from Billy. Kirk just backing up, doing nothing but backing up. Needed a body from Billy. Headshot, body shot. I don't remember when the last time Kirk threw something substantial. He's throwing, but with nothing behind it. I think if Billy just pours it on Kirk, he could finish this fight. I get it, you don't want to gas, but Herb Dean is close to ending it regardless. Keep throwing it on him. Let's go. Billy with some jabs. Kirk responds with a couple jabs of his own, but there's no pop. And Billy, you just see the power behind his shots. I said these guys are big, and it looks like Kirk may have been affected by that weight cut. A lot more than Billy. Wow. Do you see this shit? Man. Guys, it is 1 round to 1 round, but do you not give Billy a 10-8 for that round? Let me know what you guys think. I 100% think Kirk's best thing for him to do is to go for broke. It doesn't look like he has enough energy to go out there and win the whole 3rd round, in which case I think would only net him a draw. I say fuck it. Give a really hard minute, man. Of course, I'm not the one going in there gassing out and getting knocked the fuck out. I get it, guys. But again, we are here for a reason. What is that reason, you ask? To share our opinions and enthusiasm for the beautiful art of MMA as fans. What else?
And we are underway in the third round. Again, immediate pressure from Billy Cornatello, who likes to pivot
Billy comes out just putting it right on him. Couple knees.
Kirk's out of there. Kirk wants out right now.
Ah, needed ahead of Kirk. If I'm Kirk's corner, I'm not watching this. I'm throwing in the towel. Yeah, Herb doesn't want to see anymore either.
Billy Cornatello.
What a performance. Billy did exactly what he needed to do.
That man's getting a fucking contract. If this is not your first time joining me for Dana White's Contender Series, after every fight, we all put our input in and say who we think did and did not get a contract. There is no question that Billy just earned himself a fucking UFC contract, man. We will save the congratulations, but come on now. Come on. Come on now. Come on now.
That's 4 years of growth, right? To ride out the early storm and to come back in the second and third round like that.
That's how it goes, you know? You stay, you keep your head down, you keep grinding, and you get things done if you keep your head in it.
Let's take a look at the whole third rounds.
I mean, look, Billy just came in there, clinch, knee, hooks, uppercut.
Kirk was out of there, and then he just had to pour it on. He said, I'm going to hit you harder, I'm going to
Dom said it.
until you quit.
Which cool. I didn't even make this correlation. That's cool. They have Dominic Cruz doing the Contender Series. He has pretty good input. But man, Dom said Kirk doesn't want to be in there. You could see it. And yeah, Billy saw it too. He just poured it all over him.
After you spend more than 3.5 minutes on the bottom in round
99 significant strikes landed for Billy in round 2. 99 significant strikes, man.
was another handful in the third rounds.
Guys, come on.
Done. Here's Billy Cornatello
Come on.
making it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to
Can you imagine getting hit 99 times with a pillow, yet alone significant strikes by a mixed martial artist in a cage? Whew. Respect these men, man. These men and women, apologize. Respect these people, these fighters,
Who goes 22 seconds into round
these fucking warriors.
gets it done.
Yeah, I mean, he really just put it on in that second round to where he was able to get way ahead, just knock all the air out of the lungs of Portillo, or excuse me, of Kirk, and then just get the finish in the third. Beautiful.
He gives a handshake to Uriah Faber in the front row. Is on Team Faber, season 22 of The Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, Billy was on Ultimate Fighter. I didn't know that. On Faber and Connor season. Dana just said crazy fucking fight. AKA you getting a contract, young man. These guys always have a huge support system too at these Contender Series. They always have like a little section for most of the fighters. I wonder if the UFC is covering those flight costs. I don't know if you guys think that's something petty to think about, but you know, these guys aren't getting paid a lot to fight on the Contender Series. Think about it. The minimum in the UFC is 12 to win, 12 to show, 12 to win. How much do you think Dana White Contender Series paying you? You know. So I just hope they don't have to also add the cost of plane tickets for family and friends and coaches, etc.
Oh my gosh, Billy, what a fight.
Let's listen to Billy's remarks.
That you've taken to get back to this spot. How good does it feel to walk past Dana White and have him say incredible fight?
All smiles, of course,
You know, I waited 4 years for this. I've been training.
with his opponent's blood all over his shorts.
I got redemption back, so it's good. Everything's good. I don't have to worry about that last fight.
Talking about getting redemption due to not winning
That was a little bit of a sting.
the Ultimate Fighter.
A little bit of a storm. What was it about his grappling that took you a little bit by surprise there?
Yeah, he timed that hell of a takedown. I thought he was gonna try to stand with me, try to show off in front of the judges. He just timed a beautiful takedown, and he was very calm, and he was going through the motions. I was having a
Billy talking about how he was surprised about that well-timed takedown in round 1.
weathered the storm. I was able to get it done.
Well, round 2 was a completely different story. You came out boxing. You came out with your pressure. At what point in that round could you feel the momentum in this fight start to change in your favor?
Yeah, I think in the second round there was a point I think he went for a takedown, and I kind of feel him breathe him. I knew he was desperate for the takedown. My coach actually wanted me to take him down, but I felt like if he had to stand with me, I felt like I was gonna do okay and get the finish.
Those knees, man. Oh my gosh. They
Billy saying his coaches wanted him to get a takedown, but he saw a path to victory for the finish
My Muay Thai instructor
on the feet, which,
helped me out
shit,
with this fight.
looks to be right.
So while he was clinching
Guys, if you did not join me this weekend, we have a contest going on. Get 5 people to subscribe to either my YouTube or my Twitch at Mike Jesse MMA for both. Get 5 people to subscribe to either channel, and then at you, give me your username, name, etc. On any of my videos as a comment, and you will be entered to win $100 of UFC merchandise. That is official UFC merchandise, $100 worth. I will send that to whatever address you provide to me. We're going to keep that contest open for the next few weeks. I'm going to time the reveal with one of the August cards.
Thank you very much, Laura. And yes, indeed.
And yeah, so whoever, if you get 5, make sure they tag you. Give me your username or something like that. I have a list going. Already have some people on the board. Minimum of 5 referrals to be entered into the contest. And again, you will win $100 worth of official UFC merchandise delivered to whatever address you provide.
Up next at 205 pounds, Jamal Hill is the fighter on the other side who Alexander Popek will take on. He is undefeated in his young career. The fighter who calls himself Sweet Dreams will look to live the dream of
What is going on with this guy's face?
Apex and keep climbing.
Not sure how I feel about the dudes talking shit, talking about lining people up. But if you back it up, I'm all with it. So let's see.
So the bar has been set with an impressive third round TKO.
Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Continue from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. It has quickly become the destination for the best up-and-coming fighters on the planet. 13 have earned a UFC contract in this building in just over a month. And back inside, we are ready to continue the action. And it comes in the light heavyweight division. Watching Anderson Silva's knockout of Forrest Griffin took Jamal Hill from basketball to mixed martial arts. And 5 pro wins later, he's in Las Vegas and looking to defeat Germany's Alexander Popek for a UFC contract.
And we're back. Apologies, it got a little hot in here. It is cool to see also, even though it's Dana White Contender Series, they do have international fighters. One of our next fighters from Germany, fighting an ex-basketball player from America. I always like seeing athletes coming from other sports and doing MMA. Brings a different dimension to the game. While we are waiting for this next fight, let's go back to the San Antonio card, shall we? All right, the second L of the night that I took in my fight predictions. Alex Hernandez versus Francisco Trinaldo. I said that if you wanted to be top 15, you had to beat Francisco Trinaldo. Even though, of course, Alexander Hernandez was already number 13, he had not fought Francisco Trinaldo yet, who I count as the barometer of the best weight class in the world, in my opinion, or at least the most talented. I don't think it's very arguable. If you want to delve into it, we can. Let me know. So I don't know what you guys thought of this fight. I thought it was good, but I thought it was a win for Francisco Trinaldo. Yeah, I don't. It was a close fight. This in no way was a robbery, but I gave the fight to Francisco Trinaldo. Let's dig into the stats a little bit. All right. Hernandez lands 26 of 92 strikes, compared to Francisco Tornado's 28 of 55. So Francisco Tornado was more accurate and landed more often, right? So then we go to significant strikes. Each guy lands 25. So most of their strikes pretty much were significant strikes that did land it. Okay, again, no takedowns for either guy. I didn't see a knockdown. I don't know, man. Let's maybe break down stats per round. First round, 8 strikes to 8. All right, so very close, like I said. Second round, 6 to 5. Hernandez. So it's 6 to 5, but let's just say, okay, Hernandez wins by a punch, right? 12 to 15 strikes landed for Trinaldo, right? So he lands more strikes in the third round. I don't get it. I guess because the first round was close, I guess, just give it to Hernandez. I don't know. Overall, it was a decent fight. Unfortunately, continued the trend of making this card tied for the most decisions ever. But it wasn't a horrible fight. I enjoyed it. Guys, we have the fighters for the second fight of Dana White's Contender Series walking out now. So we are going to table San Antonio. Although I don't want to because, spoiler alert, my first victory of the night came via that next card. But that next fight, but I'll put it on hold. I'll be humble. Yo, Sean, what's going on, bro? Jamal Hill has a UFC veteran on his short record. Only 5-0, very young in the game. Looks to be an athletic and long light heavyweight. Both guys are young, 28 and 27. Jamal Hill, as we talked about, being an athlete from another sport, comes in with a 79-inch reach, that being a 5-inch reach advantage over Alexander Popik. But look, both guys are huge, 6'3", 6'4". Light heavyweights. Let's go. Hill in the blue, Popik in the gray. Both guys just filling each other out. Popik looking really controlled, unfazed. Nice light kick from Popik. Light kick from Hill. Another leg kick lands from Popik. Another. Oh, low blow from Hill. That hurt. Fuck. It's not fun, guys. No one wants to see that. All right, and we are back to action.
Underway here, 1 minute into this first round.
Let me left though. 2 slots.
You see Popic has the same kick.
You see Jamal Hill trying to establish that jab.
Look at that right hand, it's fast. Both of them have the same weapons. Popic has the right hand and the right kick, and Hill has the left hand and the left kick because they're opposite stance. Too many of those weapons.
Oh,
Follow through.
Hill lands another good jab.
Tries to counter, but out of the way is Popic. Body kick.
Oh, head kick attempt by Hill. Popic blocks it, but that shit was hard. He felt it. Looks a little tentative. Oh! Hill with a body kick. I think Popic hurt. Hill feeling a little loose in there. Popic tries to go for a takedown. I think Popic is hurt. He's trying to work a takedown. He has 2 underhooks. Hill does the right thing. Fights for 1 underhook. Has a wizard on the other side. Gets the 50-50 and spins it around on the cage. That's exactly what he should have done.
I would say Popic's probably recovered a little from that body shot. And once he gets recovered, just see him spread out again. There it is.
Halfway through the first round now.
Oh, another hard head kick attempt from Hill. That hurts the block, guys. Like, just because it's blocked doesn't mean that that's not hurting Popic.
And that's why the leg straight comes so quick too, because you're thinking about that kick now.
Needs to dance that time.
Both guys exchange leg kicks. Hill eats across. Oh, nice knee to the body from Hill. I think that's going to be the story of the fight, guys. Hill is hurting him every time he lands one of those hard knees or body kicks. Nice punch to the body. Dom taking the words right out of my mouth. Let's see some combos. It looked like Hill was loosening up a little bit, but both guys are a little tentative and throwing multiple shots. Land one, get out. Throw one, get out. Like, I get it. You don't want to, take too big of a shot when you're in, this heavy of a weight class. But this Dana White Contender Series. It's not the time just to try to coast and outpoint the guy. Now, with that being said, Hill has landed some good shots this round. Both guys exchange kicks.
Body kicks there. Hill shook one off before firing back another left kick.
Oh, body kick from Popic. Hill shook it off, but that means that it hurt. Hill now pokes Popic by mistake. Definitely not intentional, guys. This shit happens. They asked him if he wants to see a doctor. Of course he doesn't. Dana White's Contender Series, man. Your eye gets poked out. You say, yo, it's cool, bruh. Give me a little water to wipe it off.
Here with 30 seconds to go in the first round.
Oh, nice body kick from Hill. Another one. Eats a cross for it, though. Got to be careful.
That leg tuck is getting awfully close to Hill for Popic. Popic's finding a home for it. Keep a lookout for that left hook.
Left cross and up top with a kick from Hill. Starting to get urgent here in the final seconds of this first round. Second round coming after one more flurry.
That was a pretty good first round, but one of these guys have to establish themselves with some combos. Both guys throwing some good strikes. I think Hill won that round, but if he wants to win a contract, he's going to have to be a little more aggressive. When he does start, feeling loose and throwing some nice strikes, he lands. He lands them hard, and he's causing damage every time he's landing something. He can't just keep throwing one shot at a time.
Soundtrack there from the first round. Saturday, August 3rd, the tri-state area gets a good one as top welterweight contenders Longhorns outspoken former interim welterweight champion Colby Covington throws down with Robbie Lawler. You can watch the entire event live and exclusively on ESPN main card. Special start time 3 Eastern. The prelims start at noon Eastern time. So that first round came with a soundtrack with some of those big body kicks from each of these two light heavyweights. They've seen what the other has. Combination that time finished with a kick from Hill, who stays on top.
Hill finally does a combo. Both guys looking a little more aggressive now. Maybe they heard us. Oh, Hill doing a nice combo. Landed many of those shots. Both guys coming out with a pop. Now that's the fuck I'm talking about.
Handshake his levels unsuccessfully as he did in the first round.
Good defense by him.
Some heavy shots that Osmond to try to take this to the ground in the first round. There remain some heavy shots from Jamal Hill.
Hill now has Popik against the cage. Just little knees to the quad.
Fires some knees low as Jamal Hill.
50-50 position right now. Oh, Hill able to get both underhooks. Popik pummels.
Body shots from close range as they continue to work in the clinch.
And I don't know if Hill's going to be able to take him down, but he is landing some nice shots in the clinch. Popik said he got low blowed. The ref said no. Just a good shot to the body. Well, I was able to see the replay, but I agree. Oh, now Hill is like throwing a 1-2 and finishing it with a kick. That's what he needs to do. Even if it's not landing, that's what Dana White wants to see. Remember, you're not just trying to beat your opponent. You're trying to get a contract to the UFC. You know the criteria. The blueprint is out there. Put your life on the line. Take his. Or at least try.
Popik wasn't off to try to hold the action there, but Mark Smith disagreed. So on we go as we're halfway down.
Hill pressing forward. Finally using his jab, even if only to feint.
Like the Hill starting to connect that right hook now. He didn't have that right hook in the first round. Now he's adding it to his combination. He's going with the body. He's following up his
Good head kick from Hill. Blocked, but really hard. Those straight kicks to the body. Oh, follow across to the body. He hurt Popik to the body. Again. Hill smells blood. Throwing knees to the body. He has him clinched up. He needs to separate. Separates with elbow. Another knee to body. Elbow. Popik just trying to use one arm to cover his body. Hill has him in the clinch and is landing little knees. Body shots. Popik really good at keeping his composure, but he's eating some shots now. Hill smells blood. You can tell Hill doesn't want to gas. What head movement from Hill? What the fuck I'm talking about? Couple crosses, nice knee. Popik goes for a takedown. Hill, good hips. Gets his hips out. Sprawls. He was going for anaconda choke, but did not have that tight at all. And then tried to get a roll way too early. Gets up, lands a knee. This is where he needs to be. Lands another knee to the body. A knee to the head. That Muay Thai clinch. Hill is doing really good with that clinch. And it's pretty much landed at will now to a retreating Popik. Oh, those knees to the body. Lifted Popik off the ground. Ah.
Popik doing the right thing. He's trying to stay alive. Grab a hold of that leg. Grab a hold of something because you're not making the adjustments to those knees.
Popik is just pretty much curled up into a shell. Eating some shots. able to pull Hill close and kind of almost get him in the guard. He's in half guard. Hill's postured up. Yeah, Popic's just covering up. He's taking too much damage. What a victory from Hill. Woo! Fuck, did he change gears in that second round, man? Just as I'm saying, he needs to start doing combos. He needs to start stringing this together. He comes out and blows the fucking doors off the barn. Woo! That's good, man. Guys, if you are joining me for the first time on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, please subscribe, thumbs up, share, etc. Again, we have a contest ongoing. Get 5 people to subscribe to my channel. Then they can either send me a message or comment on any of my current videos and tag you that they subscribed due to your recommendation. If you get a minimum of 5 people to subscribe on either Twitch or YouTube, which is at Mike Jesse MMA on every platform you can think of, then you will be entered to win $100 of official UFC gear. I'm giving you free shit for nothing else but getting people to say they're going to watch my shit. They don't even have to watch it. As long as they're going to tell me that they give a fuck, I'm going to sign you the fuck up for free merchandise. How's that sound? It's a fair trade if you ask me, guys. Again, 5 subscription minimum, 5 recommendations. Make sure they tag you and or message me your name, and you will be entered to win $100 of real, official, straight off the website UFC merchandise. I might even take your recommendation on what the fuck you want. More on that at a later date. I will time this contest to end during August on one of the major UFC cards. There are plenty that month. I will announce the end date soon. Join, subscribe, and thumbs up because you're a good guy or gal. You're a good person. How's that? Is that PC enough for you? 2019, huh? Oh man, overall, I hope you guys are having fucking fun because I am having a ball.
And then from there, he was able to add more and more. You started seeing him add the right hook. You started seeing him add more knees. Then he started adding the elbows towards the end of the second round. That's what you want to do when you feel your opponent out. You start on the outside, and as you start beating them down and wearing them in, you start adding the other weapons to get the finish. Hill doing a great job making the adjustments.
Jamal Hill, who really strung it together in the second round, just as we saw Billy Portella do to start the night, of course. Spent most of the first round on the bottom, put it together.
Now we're going to hear from Hill.
Jamal Hill does not need a third round, and he gets the win. And I think
Guys, I think it was a little sketch, that first round, but I think that second round netted this man a UFC contract, just saying. Just my input. He was just talking about how he wants to get right back in the gym, which is what you want to hear a young man 6 fights deep into his career say. Said he thinks he did enough, and I agree with him, man. Dana White, sign him to the UFC, man. Do I want to see him come out the first round like he did the second round? Absolutely. But he's young. It's his 6th fight. This is a huge night for him. New to the sport. But come on, that second round? You wouldn't want to see that again in the UFC? I would. But what the fuck do I know, right? Just a man with a mic.
You started to land those knees toward the end there and then just poured on the ground and pound. At what point did you know you were going to get this fight done?
She asked Hill at what point did he think he was going to get this fight done. He said, when I took it. When I took this fight, I knew I was going to get it done. That's what you want to hear from a young fighter in this game.
And what would this contract mean to that family?
Said he has 6 kids. Dana White, give him 6 contracts. Come on, man. Holy shit. 27 with 6 kids. I cannot imagine. I do not envy him. But he is fighting for his family, man. You got to give it to him. And again, I think he did enough to earn a UFC contract. If you are just joining me, we are covering Dana White's Contender Series. I believe this is episode 5 of season 3. But don't quote me. All the weeks kind of blur together. But man, they have been 2 fights so far, and they have been fan-fucking-tastic. If you guys haven't seen the Contender Series before, I bet you're happy you're watching now. And if you're not watching now but listening to me, what the fuck are you doing? If you like MMA even casually, you will love Dana White's Contender Series. And trust me, they do not pay me to say that shit. It is exciting every single week. Dana White has created what everyone wanted the Ultimate Fighter to be. There's no bullshit on here. Very few commercials because they're on the ESPN app or UFC Fight Pass, depending on what country you are joining me from. Because yes, we are inter-fucking-national, aka I use the internet. He's created a template that basically says if you want a contract, come go on my TV show and be a savage because people want to see savages. And what happens? He gets a bunch of young guys and gals to come in here and be fucking savages. And it is created good TV. 3rd season more so than anything. I tried to watch first, second season be up and down, on and off. Dana White upset what seemed to be the entire MMA world the first week of season 3 of the Contender Series when he did not sign a young man who dominated for 3 rounds, had the toughest opponent on the card, the toughest matchup on the card, still able to look really good winning, but shot a takedown during the last 10 seconds of a 3rd round that, again, he was dominating. And Dana White quoted that as the reason that he did not give that young man a contract. Everyone bit his head off in the media. Everybody grumble, grumble, grumble. Forgetting the name of the show, Dana White's Contender Series. Who else opinion matters on Dana White's Contender Series? Guys, shut the fuck up. They knew what it was when they got the call to Dana White's Contender Series. Do I think he deserved a contract? Abso-fucking-lutely. I think half of the losers, honestly, deserve contracts the way they put it all out there on the line. But that's me and my bleeding heart as a fan. Dana White, on the other hand, has a business to run. And he has very diverse avenues to inject talent into the UFC. That doesn't mean he shouldn't go ahead and create his own. So when he calls these guys, it's because he's seen them on the local scene or in one of the smaller promotions and says, I like what you got, but I need you to prove it to me just a little bit more. Come fight in front of a small crowd, a few hundred, maybe a couple thousand. And let's see how you do. Let's see what you do. Let's see how you do it, right? You don't have to get it finished, but you have to try. You don't have to put the guy to sleep, but you have to get that man a concussion. You don't have to break his arm, but he needs to know that he was in a fight with an animal. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to just win and beat the judge's scorecard. You have to go out there and impress Dana White. Because the name of the show, say it with me, guys. Dana White's Contender Series. Come on. At the very least, it seems though everybody got the message loud and clear. And since then, we've had historic nights. We've had the first night to which all 5 fighters were granted contracts. The very next episode, we had 4 of the 5 get contracts. And the only reason the 5th guy didn't get a contract is because he came in, looked like a savage, but missed weight by 6.5 pounds. You know something else you can't do for Dana White's Contender Series and expect to get a contract? Come in and miss weight at 6.5 pounds. Why even then ask to fight, you say? One, because Dana White told you to. And when you're not in the UFC and Dana White tells you to do something, guess what? You do that shit. Because what are you doing this for is not to be in the UFC. That's like playing football at the highest level in college, amateur, high school, etc. and saying, I don't want to go to the NFL. I aspire to be in the Canadian Football League. Now, if you do not get drafted in the NFL and you then go play for the CFL to get some time, to get some reps, to get some tape, more power to you, man. That's what the fuck you should do. But if your dream as a 5-year-old and then when you're 25 is your dream to be in the CFL and you are from the States, again, fuck are you doing this for, man? So if you are MMA fighting, you are looking to make a living, you are looking to be signed for the UFC. Who is the UFC? It's Dana White. Period. Dana White's not the owner no more, you say? Who gives a fuck? He's the president. Do you really think, Ari, the actual owner, is going in and telling Dana White what to do? Sure, here and there he puts in his input, but overall, this is Dana White's business, right? He says, I want to see savages. You come out here and be a savage. That's how you get a contract. And that's why I keep coming back weekly for Dana White Contender Series. I kept not streaming for it. I kept saying, I'll wait. No one's fighting at the moment, bro. Thanks for joining, though. What's going on? Keep saying I'll wait, and then, I had enough, man. I saw way too many good fights, and I had to come enjoy this with you guys. Right now, we are waiting for the third fight in Dana White's Contender Series. So far, we have 2 for 2 on finishes, and I'm hoping 2 for 2 for contracts. Again, we are here for Dana White's Contender Series live coverage. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. If this is your first time joining, please subscribe, thumbs up, and do not forget we have a contest going on. Get 5 people to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and or Twitch at Mike Jesse MMA on both. Get them to subscribe and comment on any current video or direct message me your username. And once you get 5 subscriber referrals, I will enter you into a contest to win $100 of official UFC merchandise. Yes, that is 100 American dollars worth of official UFC gear straight from the website. I may even let you pick it out if you are so lucky, for nothing more than at least 5 subscriptions. Come on now, that's a good fucking deal if you ask me. We have the first fighter, JJ, who is riding a 6-fight win streak. Finished 4 of his 6 wins by submission. Trains at AKA. We love to see the big gyms be represented on these small cards. They usually come out to show out because they are representing something larger than themselves. I appreciate that. I respect that. And again, it makes for good fucking TV. Let's see how he does. That is JJ Okanovich, in which I will refer to him purely as JJ, because I will not stumble over that man's name for potentially 3 rounds. His opponent, Christian Losen, comes out skipping, doing the Jorge Masvidal hands behind his back. Let's see if he similarly comes out with a flying knee. Interesting, Christian Losen saying that he's usually cornered by his fiance and his mother, who all work with him at his MMA gym. You don't hear that a lot. That's cool, though. I don't actually know a lot of parents that are involved in the corner. Sometimes Stephen Wonderboy's dad goes in his corner. But beyond that, guys, let me know in the comments. Do you know any other fighter who has their parents in their corner? We are about to start our lightweight bout. Look at Christian Losen, 6'2", 77.5-inch reach. That is a 3.5 reach advantage over the 5'11 JJ. 6'2 is humongous for the 155-pound weight class. James Vick being, and Luis Pena being the tallest lightweights currently in the UFC at 6'3". Let's go. We have started. JJ in the blue, Losen in the gray. Losen lands a nice kick to the body. Does look like the bigger fighter as well, Losen does. JJ trying to clinch with Losen, trying to get in that long reach. Both guys just tied up against the fence right now in a weird position. They're both trying to trip each other.
guys are doing MMA as their special, as being specialists in just that, which is all martial arts. So it's
Both guys tied up against the cage.
still similar
Just clinched up now. 50-50 position. Each have an underhook. Oh, nice single leg from Lawson. That was slick, man. Just a nice little ankle pick into a single leg. Perfect. Now has side control. Guys, I don't want to go dark on you. Let me plug up my laptop.
This is where Lawson really shines. He waits for you to make a mistake when he puts you in these positional spots. Right now, Volkanovich is probably going to make a mistake with his movement. That's what Lawson's counting on. He wants him to make mistakes so he can go for these submissions.
I thought I had enough juice. I did not. But I got the juice now. If you don't know where that reference is from, please remove yourself from my stream. JK, we don't judge. Lawson trying to work a choke, but is in a weird position. He does have the grip. Oh, changes the position. It's kind of a Darce. That is super tight. Now in full mount. Yeah, that's tight. That's tight. I don't know how JJ is going to get out of this. He's trying to roll, but the choke is just too tight. All right, so Lawson does lose it. JJ able to roll successfully and be on top, but he's now threatened by a triangle. A triangle that is about 8 inches away from being locked, and that is locked. Lawson now landing some elbows, trying to pull it tighter. What he needs to do as well is pull down on JJ's head so that that choke can slide in a little deeper and start cutting off that blood to JJ's head. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, he's pulling down on his, yeah, see? Okay, so he's pulling down his own calf to do that. Unable to. Switches to another position. Lawson's jiu-jitsu is really good, man. He just transitioned into another weird-ass triangle and is now mounted. He's got this man in a triangle while in mount. He's now switching to an arm bar. For Lawson's size, to look like he has about to have such an advantage in the stand-up, and then for him to have such slick, offensive, dangerous jiu-jitsu, that's really good to see, man. That's really fun to see. But JJ's landed some ground and pound, some hard ground and pound. Lawson doesn't like that. Lawson was able, well, not able. I would say JJ's able to push Lawson to the ground and get back in Lawson's guard. Landing a couple elbows, one to the body, one to the head. Don't see a lot of elbows to the body. Some nice hammer fist from JJ. This is an exciting round. Let me bang, bro. What's going on, man? I'm doing great, bro. I'm enjoying these fights. We are on the third fight of Dana White's Contender Series. It's a good night so far, man. Good night. I can't complain. I'm here enjoying the fights with all y'all, man. I ain't got nothing to complain about. Guys, I have no fucking clue how to score that round at all. Help me out here. Lawson just looks so good with his transitions in the grappling game, throwing so many different submissions and able to roll with. Oh, I mean, yeah, just looks really good in the grappling game in every single facet. And then on the other hand, JJ able to get out of some dangerous positions, right? And able to do some damage from the top. I don't know. Dom, of course, ever the perfectionist, saying that the jiu-jitsu of Lawson was good, but he did, make mistakes. Um, who am I to argue with Dominic Cruz? But I liked it. Was it perfect? According to Dom, not. Sure was exciting. We are around two. Both guys come out throwing big shots, whiffing though.
Okonovich looking a lot more fresh to me right off the bat.
Mostly defense in that first round.
Watson with a overhand left misses. Oh, JJ with the uppercut. Watson throwing overhands but missing really wide. JJ lands a left. Lands a right, another right, and a left.
See the difference in the strikes? Nelson is really winging big shots, trying to land big heavy ones. And you see Okonovich really
Watson not using his length. Guys, we just talked about that. We talk about this almost every stream. But we just talked about this a couple fights ago for the first fight. It's cool to have length. It's another thing to be able to use it. Lawson being one of the tallest 155 pounders that you'll see. Nice reach advantage, but not establishing a jab at all. Not making himself longer with kicks. Oh, nice jab from Lawson. But JJ is just moving forward. JJ definitely the fresher fighter. Lands a nice right behind Lawson's ear. Lawson with a leg kick. See JJ trying to mix it up to the body now. Oh, nice looping left from Lawson. JJ wants nothing to do with Lawson on the ground. Lawson tried to roll into guard. JJ walked away. Lawson's 6'2". Lawson is 6'2". Again, the tallest lightweight in the UFC, being a tie between James Vick and Luis Violent Bob Ross Pena at 6'3". High kick from Lawson, but nothing really on it. Going for takedowns, but not following through. JJ just able to sprawl. Has a really nice sprawl. JJ does. Just hits, boom, right to the mat. That's what you want to see. Lawson still holding that single leg, trying to re-wrestle, able to pick that ankle. Yeah, not able to finish it though. Doesn't have enough energy or strength left right now. It looks like. From JJ's corner, which they were telling him in the beginning, in between rounds, he needs to just, yeah, there you go, just throw, man. Lawson doesn't have much left in the gas tank. Look at those. He throws one strike, looks tired. Throws another strike, looks tired. JJ looks like he has a pretty good gas tank. He needs to use it. The last thing you want to do is finish this fight, feel like you can go run a mile, and then not get a contract. You know what I mean? Wilson with the leg kick. Yeah, JJ, when he pressures, he lands, man. Because Lawson just backs right up to the, backs right up to the cage. As I'm talking about it, just JJ lands more and more. Lawson being so big and long needs not to just keep backing up against the cage with nowhere to go. JJ's going to blitz him. And he's doing well doing so. He's landing when he does it. Here goes Lawson just hugging a single leg again. But if both of your knees are on the ground, anyone who's wrestled before even a little bit, knows that you're not finishing a shot if both of your knees are on the ground. That's like the first thing they teach you.
Just hold on right now. Get through the round and finish.
Rushes it, he'll end up on the back, but this fight is heading for a third and final round.
Called him a male Megan Anderson. That is fucking hilarious. Yo, you are not wrong, bro. I didn't even think about that. That's funny. Guys, I think that's I don't think. I know that round was all JJ. The first round was close. I could see it going to Lawson, so it could potentially be 1-1. At the same time, Lawson has nothing left in the gas tank at all. JJ does. JJ, if he wants to win this fight, all he has to do is keep touching Lawson. Touch him more than he touches you because you're not as tired as he is. But if you want to win a UFC contract, he's going to deport the fuck on Lawson. He's going to have to dig deep. He's going to have to dig deep and put it on him. I know he's tired too. He's really been working, nice pace, but he can't have another round like last round if he wants a contract. Was last round a good round? Yeah, but it's not going to win you a contract. Nice overhand right from JJ. Again, Lawson just backing up into the cage, eats to the left. There's nowhere for you to go, young man. You see him try to clinch to get off. Lawson finally throwing a couple jabs. Then a cross. It's so weird that Lawson didn't establish his jab early and often. To just be that, you should never. If anybody watches Luke Thomas, that line outside with all the logos, in between those lines and the cage, Luke Thomas famously calls the danger zone and says you don't want to fucking be there. You definitely don't want to be where you have your heel touching the cage, and you definitely don't want to be where your back is touching the cage and you're not even clinched. You're asking to get punched in the fucking face, literally. Lawson is throwing. I give it to him. He's just using all heart. There's nothing behind those hits, but he is throwing them. JJ landing regularly. Oh! Landed a nice cross. JJ did. You could hear that impact. Oh, Lawson lands a nice shot. Yeah, Lawson's still game. Oh, Lawson lands another left. I think JJ's coach just yelled head movement because he instantly started moving his head a bit. But yeah, he's letting a tired Lawson land at will. He's not throwing combos because he's tired as fuck. But anytime he's throwing, he's pretty much landing. Because JJ's just bam right there on center. Not moving his head at all. And only just, winging shots to Lawson's head. I get Lawson's tired, so you're trying to knock him out. But mix it up to the body, man. Another nice shot from JJ. There we go. There's some head movement. Tries to follow up, but isn't close enough. Bad gauge of range there. Oh, nice right hand. JJ just smacked him a couple times. Leg kick from JJ. But again, your whole back foot is against that cage, man. JJ should be mixing up to the body. But, he's not doing bad. He's still landing. He is keeping up a good pace. Both guys actually landing. telling you, if JJ just like do some hooks to the body, some leg kicks to the, I mean some body kicks. Lands a nice jab. JJ does. But when you got a larger man in front of you that's tired, like mix it up. He's a big target. Hit him everywhere, man. Dom saying it looks like JJ's letting Lawson off the hook. I wouldn't say that, but he's definitely not doing as much as he could. Maybe not like effort-wise. I'm not saying JJ's not trying. Come on, man. I'm not going to say that. But he's not doing it right. Finally makes it up to the body, then lands a good shot to the head. Like, what the fuck I'm talking about? Let's see more of that. Only 30 seconds left, though. Doesn't look like either man will get the finish. Entertaining fight in the sense of both guys just putting it on the line. Lawson really tough. Both guys exchanging. 10 seconds left. JJ finally does another body kick shot. Is that like 2 around? JJ has some nice shots to end the fight. Both guys should be proud of themselves for that. It was a nice fight. The first round was close, right? Second round, definitely JJ. The third round, their gas tanks didn't look close at all. I'd say JJ looking at like 60% and Lawson looking like 25-30. But because of a lack of head movement and a lack of striking diversity on JJ's part, they landed an equal, close to an equal amount of, at least, look, I don't have the stats up. If you guys have seen my stats for the UFC cards, I always have the stats up. I unfortunately don't have that luxury for Dana White Contender Series. But they look to land, close to the same amount of shots in the third round. If I'm a judge, I give that third round to JJ. But we've seen bad judge decisions before. And this wouldn't even be the most egregious, so we'll see. Old Pride rules, if you're saying who won the fight, JJ. Round by round, as we score now, JJ, you should have mixed it up a little bit more, man. I don't know. It's going to be close, though. Closer than it should have been. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this bout 30-27 for your win.
Oh, nope. All 3 judges 30-27. That's definitely going to JJ. Yeah. JJ for the win. Yeah, like I said, first round was close. Looks like they all gave it to JJ. Cool with me, it was close. Second round was all JJ. Third round, again, closer than it should have been, but I would have personally gave it to JJ. Will that be enough to get a contract? I say no. I think we're 2-1 right now with contracts. Let's see. Yeah, JJ seems to be happy with that performance. I think it was a good win. If that was his UFC debut, I'd say, all right, it's a good way to win. Get in the win column of the UFC. But for Dana White's Contender Series, I don't see him get a contract. I can see him get another fight in next season at Dana White's Contender Series. But overall, I think he's gone. JJ saying nerves played a part a little bit in that first round, being so close. Says he dug deep and was able to get out that hole, though. JJ did good defending a lot of those transitional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, though. Those submissions. Yeah, he's saying his well, the interviewer actually saying the corner said third round pour it on him. I mean, he got a lot of nice shots in. He got a lot of nice shots in, but I would have liked him. I would have liked his striking to be a little more diverse. I think he could have got a knockout.
I was exhausted walking out there. I'm like, holy crap, I'm tired right now. But I had to dig deep. I knew what was on the line, and I just had to take advantage of what was there, and I had to just throw and get through it.
Well, you have a brand new wife. I know that would mean a lot. This contract would mean a lot to you guys. What's your message to Dana?
To Dana would be, man, I got a wife. If I don't get this contract, man, I can't go home. So
They said, "What do you have to say to Dana?" He said, "I have a wife,
Tatiana sounds
and if I don't get the contract, I can't go home."
congratulations, amazing fight. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
Who's my pick? I do not have picks for the Contender Series. I don't know enough about these guys, so I don't do picks for the Contender Series.
to be on the feet despite the fact that all his finishes have come by submission. And that's where he kept it largely for the second and third rounds and landed over 100 significant strikes or over 100 total strikes en route to a victory.
Guys, if you are just joining me, please subscribe and or thumbs up. You can get a share if you are feeling gully. If you did not join me for UFC San Antonio / Manny Pacquiao versus Thurman coverage on Saturday, one, you missed a hell of a good time because we had a fucking ball, including my first co-host, Kerry Anderson, for the boxing portion. Brought a great expertise to the boxing portion. As you guys know, I will talk some MMA with you, but when it comes to coverage of the boxing matches, I'm only here to enjoy it with you, man. I'm not here to give play-by-play for boxing. He, on the other hand, gave great input in between the rounds and great input and commentary during the fight. Really appreciate it, Kerry. We will see him again for boxing events. Do not worry. Now, I say that to say, on Saturday, we announced a new contest for the channel. Get at least 5 people to subscribe to either my YouTube and or my Twitch channel at Mike Jesse MMA. Get them to at you and or give me your username via either email or a comment on any of my standing videos. And once you get 5 subscription referrals, I will enter you into my contest to win $100 of UFC merchandise. That is 100 USD. I'm talking about George Washington's of UFC official merchandise straight from the website. If you were lucky enough to win, I might even let you pick what you want. What else could you ask for? 5 little subscriptions is all you need to be entered into that contest. We will announce the winner during one of the cards in this upcoming month of August. There are plenty to choose from, and you will hear that choice in a later broadcast. Guys, 3 good fights so far. In my opinion, we have 2 contracts to 1. I don't think that last fight, I don't think the winner is going to get a contract. We'll see. Right? But not convinced that that was enough to get a contract, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Let's touch back on UFC San Antonio while we can. These fights go by fast, and we are already on the co-main event, guys. Can you believe that shit? I can't. All right, James Vick versus Dan Hooker, a.k.a. the first win for me for my picks. I was going 0-2. The night was looking like it would be nothing but despair. And Dan Hooker comes and not only saves the night from, well, eventually winning out on having the most decisions in one UFC card ever in the 25-year history of the UFC, but they saved me out of my slump. Thank you, Dan Hooker, for doing that. The victim of that victory, though, was James Vick. I am a fan of Vick, known Vick longer. Dan Hooker being the newer name, the younger guy, etc. I always like watching James Vick put it all on the line and typically coming out with a W. But he has had difficulty since becoming a top 15 lightweight. Not to say he's not top 15 worthy, he is. But Dan Hooker, He came through. I said I picked Dan Hooker personally because I think James Vick needs to move up a weight class. We talked about it earlier. He's 6'3", cutting down to 155. And at least Violent Bob Ross is a little thinner in the frame. James Vick is massive for 155. I can't even imagine putting my body through that. If you have guys that joined me before, you know I do have a small history of wrestling for 4 years, and I did cut weight all 4 of those years. The most severe being the 24 hours before every match, cutting 6 pounds. Now, that was hell, man. I had to do some shit to cut that 6 pounds in 24 hours. One, I wasn't doing it healthy. Two, all this input that's out on the internet now from MMA, boxing, etc., wasn't out there when I was younger. So I was doing it the wrong way, and I was hurting myself every single time. I can't imagine doing 10 pounds, 15 pounds, shit, 20 pounds in a week. Like, are you fucking kidding me? These guys are walking in the cage 20 pounds heavier than they're weighing in 24 hours prior. That sounds fucking horrible, guys. I don't know about you, but that shit is dangerous. I want it to stop. I hope they find a resolution. I say that to say James Vick is too damn big to be on anybody's 155-pound division. I thought he would look depleted. I thought he would not be durable. I thought he would be finished early. That is what happened. Dan Hooker put it on James Vick from the second that bell rang until the second the referee pulled him off of James Vick unconscious body. It was a really, really good victory for Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker having some struggles recently himself. I believe his last fight that we saw him in was a brutal loss to Edson Barbosa. I'm going to verify that for you guys because I will not be called a liar. You understand me? Let's look at this. Yeah. So his last fight was in December of 2018. That knockout was long overdue. I think they should have ended that fight. The ref should have stepped in. The corner should have done a towel. Something. Someone should have stopped Dan Hooker from his damn self being so damn tough. It got really bad. Eventually, just took horrid shots to the body, the head, and they ended the match. Came back and looked like a stud against James Vick. Raging Al looks like he's down for a fight with Dan Hooker in October, which should be that Australia card, being Bobby Knuckles versus Israel Adesanya. Can't wait for that shit. But you had to put Dan Hooker on that card, right? He trains in New Zealand with Israel Adesanya. He's from the region. You've got to put him on that card. And what better dance partner than Raging Al, right? I think that'd be fun. But yeah, Dan Hooker came out, put it on him. Put it fucking on him all fight. Landed 22 total strikes, and all 22 of them were significant strikes. He was throwing to end the fight, in which he did in 2.5 minutes. Gotta give it up for Hooker. James Vick, the next thing I want to see for him is a move to welterweight, and then I'll talk about who he should fight next. But yeah, Dan Hooker, give him Raging Al, a top 10 fighter that he deserves. And then let's see how he does. That'd be a good barometer for both of the guys. Both guys not exactly in the same spot. Raging Al being on top a lot longer than Dan Hooker. But Raging Al needs a win. Raging Al needs a good win. Match it, but he also needs to fight someone in the top 15. Dan Hooker fits all of those qualifications if Raging Al is able to get over that hurdle. It's not going to be easy. Dan Hooker is good everywhere. So let's see what Raging Al's game plan would be and how he looks. And if Dan Hooker wins, that will shoot him up the 155-pound division. It'll be a huge win. All eyes will be on it. His country will go out of their minds for the hometown guy. I mean, that's good matchmaking right there. It's good matchmaking. Guys, we are on the 4th fight of Dana White's Contender Series. We are going to give the coverage of San Antonio a break. We will touch back on it and power through our thoughts on those last 3 fights, being Greg Hardy versus Juan Adams, Alexei Oleinik versus Walt Harris, and Rafael Dos Anjos versus Leon Edwards. But first, the co-main event of Dana White's Contender Series starts now. Let's go. You are correct. Let Me Bang Bro is the best name I have ever seen. Shout outs to him. I'm so glad I'm not the only person who gets that reference. You guys are cool. McKinney with Woodson against the cage. If you were here earlier, Woodson is a returnee of the Contender Series. Oh, McKinney with some nice strikes on the break. Woodson huge, 6'2" and a half. McKinney able to get Woodson down finally though against the cage. Is inside control. Woodson rolls to his back. McKinney gets the one hook in. I'm sorry, rolls to his base, and McKinney takes his back, I should say. McKinney looks to try to be working a rear naked. Unable to. Lands a strike. Tries to work it again. Has it over Woodson's face. Is just kind of a crank right now. We have seen people tap from this, but not often. Man, McKinney is going for it, though. Really aggressive. Not the best technique in that choke, but he's squeezing right now. Right now, Woodson's just uncomfortable. He's not going to get past. He's not going to pass out. It's not under the jaw. It's not going to break the jaw. Super uncomfortable, but he's not in danger of being finished. Being smart, watching the hands. Woodson is. McKinney just trying to get that choke every which way with both arms. Just switching that off. No problem, bro. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, Don pretty much saying it all, that McKinney with that body triangle, he's not going anywhere. Woodson needs to do something to break that lock. You can hand fight all day, but McKinney's cool. He's comfortable right now. McKinney's doing something that I haven't seen very often. Maybe that's just because the level of competitor that we're used to seeing in UFC wouldn't allow it. But he's using his left leg to propping that under Woodson's left leg to keep that position of the body triangle. I mean, smart is really good for using that leverage and not allowing Woodson to get in position to roll out of this body triangle. Just don't see it a lot. It's cool. McKinney again just squeezing the face out of Woodson, making him really uncomfortable. Woodson trying to punch while he's in his body triangle. Fuck punching. I get it, you're just trying to do something, but you gotta do. Okay, there he goes. Able to use his one leg to push that leg that was McKinney's leg that was underneath Woodson's. Woodson's able to kick that leg off of him to loosen that body triangle. Now able to turn. This round's all McKinney. I don't know what Dana White's thinking because he's only seeing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe that's not aggressive enough for him. But McKinney's just throwing a bunch of submission attempts the whole time. Good round from McKinney. Woodson doesn't look tired, but he does not obviously want to go back to the ground with McKinney. McKinney looked really good down there. Really calm, cool, and composed as well. Not exerting a lot of energy. But able to keep the fight where he wants it. That's good shit. I like that.
Big right hand. Sorry, excuse me, left hand on Woodson here. I mean, this takedown is a different type of takedown, more of a trip. It's kind of unconventional. He just wrenches on the chin and the neck of Woodson the rest of the round after that. Really just dominating that round control.
Well, you heard each of the instructions. The corners, Juliana Pena, Rick Little in the corner, Terrence McKinney. They want to get this fight back down to the ground and continue to wear on top.
I think that's a secret. I think everybody knew that Woodson was going to need to try to keep this standing and utilize his boxing and his kicking. Not that McKinney can't stand with him, but
Nice jab from Woodson.
really well, and he's obviously got good submission power.
Tries to get down a nice
Oh, McKinney already on Woodson's back. Less than 30 seconds into this round. And right back to those choke attempts.
Just dragged and shoved it right by.
Wow.
Got the front head lock, stuffed it, is putting two together. To a shut by, took the back.
That's 100% Woodson's fault. After last round, you would think he would just try to establish some distance.
American wrestler. And then he was ranked number 2 in the country in Division II Shattering State in Nebraska.
That's really what it takes today to get takedowns. You got to put two together. And what he did is he shot the first takedown attempt. Woodson did a good job of getting his down block and correcting it, and then he just put another one together and did a shot by, pulled it right back, and now he's got his back. I mean, nice way to put two together. Let's see if he can get the finish though here.
McKinney's still on Woodson's back.
Woodson. Now, as I was saying, Woodson needs to get that left knee underneath the ankle of McKinney, and he's just keeping it right on the top, floating it on top there. You can't get away that way. You're just
McKinney's still trying some chokes.
They assume the same position that they were in largely in the first round. But now not along the fence, right up in the center as McKinney continues to
McKinney just keeps landing some strikes, go for a rear naked. Land some strikes, go for a rear naked. McKinney tries to transition to mount. Woodson able to get out. Oh! And Woodson lands a knee and puts him out against the cage. Holy shit! Oh my God!
to fight the body lock to get up. He did so and ended it right after that.
Fuck, did y'all just see that shit? Guys, they just said Woodson took this fight on 5 days' notice, man. Wow, man. You see McKinney retreat after... Oh. McKinney retreated after losing position. Woodson was walking him down. McKinney, boom, going for a shot, putting his head right to the left, not setting it up with any striking, a la Ben Askren against Jorge Masvidal, and a la Ben Askren, Jorge Masvidal, boom, flying knee to the face. McKinney stiff. For any young fighters that may be watching, set up the takedown, guys. Set it up, man. You can't go for blind takedowns. Yes, if you're a great wrestler and you get that takedown, you can get them down and control. But, guys, set it up so that you don't eat a fucking knee to the face. Come on. And, again, y'all know I have the utmost respect for these fighters. With that being said, you have to set up a takedown. You can't just go for a takedown blindly.
Terrence McKinney from consciousness and improves to 6-0.
Yeah, and he looks super sharp with his stand-up, too. The way he was landing jabs, I mean,
Oh, man.
his stand-up was clearly ahead. However, once he got taken to the ground, he really has some gaps to fill, and I think that that's what he's doing.
Guys, the fact that Woodson still had a gas tank after being controlled for a round and a half with a grown man, with a top wrestler on his back, able to still have energy. He told Dana, I cut the most weight I ever cut in my life for this. Again, taking the fight in 5 days and getting on weight. Gotta be really, really tough, guys. But able to come out with the victory. You gotta get that man a contract, right? I think we're 3 for 1 for contract, guys. Yeah, man, he definitely was confident coming into that second round, which just shows how much of a professional he is and how much trust he has in his ability. That's cool. That's really nice to see. Let's listen to him now, Sean Woodson, after his victory. Interviewer asking him about his father who has passed away. Woodson very emotional, very happy. This is what the show's about, man.
Just thank you. That's and it means so much. Thank you for everything. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't be the fighter I am today. I just
And Woodson just all class, thanking his family, friends, etc.
I just was gonna go for it this whole fight. I don't care how far I'm down in the fight, how
That knee,
always have
perfectly placed. You could tell he was looking at him the whole time. He knew exactly where his head was going to be. And I mean, McKinney just kept throwing shots. He wasn't setting them up. Wasn't said, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Well, you're not going to fool me twice. Quote George W. Bush.
he was getting controlled by Terrence McKinney. But take us through this, Dom.
Johnny Boone, what else is there to say? He just dips his head in,
Guys, they keep playing that knee back. Ridiculous.
squishes his legs, and like bends him just a little. That's what the sell is. It looks like he's gonna throw something else. Boom. That little bend in his knees is what gets McCain to dip his head down to shoot, and then he runs right into that knee. Beautiful setup, beautiful finish.
And he knew it right away. So Sean Woodson is now 6-0 and certainly puts himself in the running for a UFC contract by
I think that man definitely gets a contract.
Our featured bout that comes in the middleweight division. Ramazan Nurmagomedov. He left his home in Dagestan as a teenager to move to the United States.
We have a Dagestani in the main event.
He gets that shot, and he will try to turn back Jordan Williams, who got his hand raised last summer in Las Vegas on the Contender Series. Tonight he wants to finish what he started.
And now Jordan Williams, a fighter from season 2 of Dana White Contender Series, also in the main event. You guys know how I feel about these guys when they come to return for a second showing. They come to show out. Yeah, definitely a great win for Woodson, man. All right, we are going to try to plow through these next 3 fights from San Antonio card. If this is not your first time joining me, then you know Tuesday means 2 things on my channel. 1, live coverage, chats, Q&A, and discussions of Dana White's Contender Series, which is always a fucking ball to watch. And 2, our thoughts and reactions to the MMA action, well, actually combat sports action of the previous weekend. We are halfway through UFC San Antonio, and let's touch on Greg Hardy versus Juan Adams. Guys, I was excited about this fight. Vegas had it as a pick'em. Both guys were negative 125, which is the gambler's way of saying it's a coin flip. Nobody knew who was going to win. Both guys' skills lined up the same. They were both athletic, both strong, both had finishing potential, but both had a lot of question marks in their game. Both were new to MMA. Well, you know, at least very young in their careers. Neither proven against true MMA talent. So let's match them up against each other, right? Greg Hardy puts an end to that conversation, to that pick'em talk, in 41 seconds. I gotta be honest with you guys. I was yelling, shouting, and screaming at Juan Adams. Not because I was, not because I picked Juan Adams to win. I don't pick on Dana White contenders. I mean, I don't. I don't know anything about Juan Adams outside of he had beef with Greg Hardy on the internet. So I wasn't really rooting for either guy. But I wanted to see a competitive fight. Juan Adams going for a single leg and allowing, 14 unanswered shots to the side of his head from Greg Hardy, the 260-pound former all-pro defensive end, now MMA knockout machine, Greg Hardy. Allowing him to land 14 unanswered hard shots to the side of your skull is not how you get the ref to allow you to continue fighting in that octagon on national television, on ESPN, on UFC. That's not how you do it, bro. Now, again, you guys, I'll always say this. I respect the hell out of these fighters and what they do, but we are here for a reason. That's to talk about these fighters and these fights. Juan Adams grabbing that single leg and holding on for dear life was not what I expected to see, man. From the way he was talking, I thought he was going to come in there like an animal and just go for Greg Hardy's soul. And he did at first. It looked good. It looked like he landed, and when he did land, it had Greg Hardy stumble a little bit. It's the first time you saw Greg Hardy kind of meet his athleticism in the form of another fighter. I was excited. My blood was, just everything was on edge. I was really looking forward to that fight. And then that single leg that never was. Never took his knees off the mat, really, to, have a legitimate chance to finish it. Never switched off to try to re-wrestle. Change positions. Just held on to that single leg. What were you doing with it? And then complained and then do his mouthpiece at the crowd because of the choice of the ref to stop it. Juan Adams, you have one person in this world to be mad at, and it is not the referee. I'll let you guess who that person is. I wish him the best of fucking luck. Greg Hardy got a good win. It was a proper stoppage. There's nothing more to say about it. If I'm the UFC, I hand him the same type of fighters I've been handing him. And you guys can take what you will from that. But I give him at least 2 more of those type of fights. Alexei Oleinik versus Walt Harris. I thought Alexei Oleinik was going to win this fight. Not going to lie to you guys. I picked him to win. I picked him to win via second round submission. I did that because of the way Walt Harris looked against Verdum, which was out of his element in the grappling game. Walt Harris has grown since then, clearly. And as always, that man knows how to throw a fucking punch. He lands a knee and follows that up with a left over the top. And wham, puts Alexei Oleinik on his ass. Ends the fight in 11 seconds. Alexei Oleinik now has suffered a couple knockouts in a row. I don't know. Give him a top 15 fighter, but someone, not top 10. So someone 15 to 11. Let him fight one of those guys. Or maybe an unranked opponent trying to get a name, trying to get into the top 15 themselves. Maybe that would be a nice, I don't want to say easy fight, but step down in competition for Alexei Oleinik. Because fighting the elite of heavyweight is dangerous every time you step out there. And also gives that young guy a chance into the top 15. Walt Harris, on the other hand, give him whoever the fuck he wants to call out in the top 10, and I'm cool with that. Walt Harris is exciting. He might be a contender. Give him a chance to be one. Rafael Dos Anjos versus Leon Edwards, yet another card fight that I picked wrong. I said Rafael Dos Anjos was going to win by using not his range because he obviously has a reach disadvantage to Leon Edwards, but using the range to his advantage. I felt like he was going to be inside, control the distance of the fight. Let's say that. I thought Rafael was going to control where this fight took place, and it was the opposite. Leon, when he wanted to keep him on the outside, did. When he wanted to get into the clinch, he did. When he wanted to impose his will, he did. He won 4 out of the 5 rounds. You can even say he won all 5. He looked great. He looked fan-fucking-tastic. Why do people keep doubting Leon Edwards, including myself? I'm done. It's the last time. There's fights that fighters sometimes that you can't help but to just pick against sometimes. You're like, okay, yeah, he did great, and I was wrong last time, but this was going to be the time it's just too much for him. And he keeps saying, fuck you. I'm out here. Leon Edwards wants Jorge Masvidal or Kamaru Usman. He's not getting either. Masvidal is looking towards a fight with the champ, in which I think he'll get either Kamaru's next fight or the next fight after that. And Kamaru's next fight is going to be either Masvidal or Colby Covington. Leon Edwards, I think his best chance for a title shot is to call out Tyron Woodley. I would like to see that fight. I think it would be an interesting matchup. I think it would be competitive. Overall, Leon Edwards just did great, man. He deserved the title shot, but he's not going to get it right now. Call it the next best thing in the former champ. Guys, we are here in the final fight in Dana White's Contender Series. We have Magomedov against Williams.
Fundamentally sharp in his southpaw stance, but man, he really does have power in his stance. Keep a lookout. And the way he shoots his double leg sets his hands up as well. 2 straight
Williams in the blue.
in the 3rd round for Jordan Williams. And perhaps that's a byproduct of the fact that he does not cut weight, can't cut weight because of his type 1 diabetes.
As stated before, Williams does not cut weight due to his diabetes.
right to the leg early. Jordan Williams.
Trade leg kicks there.
You can tell he looks to be the smaller fighter.
Stiff jab out of the way. Wrestling background as well for Jordan Williams.
Both guys just filling each other out with a jab. Jab here, jab there. Some nice leg kicks from Magomedov. Yeah, Edwards impressed all around, man. You guys are saying it. Uses reach very well. Didn't think RDA would let him use his reach that well, but damn. Leon said, I'm going to keep you on the end of these.
Body from Magomedov goes up top. Look at that as they clinch.
You've seen the knees and the elbows be huge weapons.
Agreed. I love RDA too. I was surprised, and that's the thing. You're right, though. I shouldn't have been. I should not have been surprised. Leon Edwards keeps showing us. Leon has been neutral. He's neutralized Nelson, and he neutralized RDA. Ways that we rarely see them being neutralized.
There as Herb steps in.
An eye poke.
Ramazan wants to get right back to work.
I'm not going to say Ramazan's full name all the time. We're going to call him Ra.
Stand right to center from each other, dog.
Yeah, these guys are staying right in boxing, kickboxing range, back and forth.
Oh, Ra lands a nice cross. Good head movement from Ra. Oh, lands a 1-2, Ra does. High kick blocked by Williams, but I tell you guys all the time, high kicks when they're head kicks when they're blocked still hurt. Oh, nice cross from Williams. Rise wobbled. You hear Williams' team saying, get off the cage. Agreed. They're right back to the center of the octagon. Williams throwing. He knows Ra's hurt, but he needs to not put himself in a position to get knocked out. Again, he is a smaller fighter. I know he's used to it by now, but he has to be careful. Williams has odd head movement. Oh, nice looping left hook from Williams. Nice jab from Ra. Williams returns a couple jabs of his own. Eats a cross. Oh, nice body shot from Ra. Oh, nice head kick from Ra. But loses balance. Comes back, goes for a shot. Williams defends it.
Again, the biggest favorite on the card is the fighter in gray, Ramazan Kurmagomedov. Despite just being 5-0 in his young career, his coaches and his training partners say his experience far outweighs his record. Or far exceeds his record, I should say.
Nice jab from Williams. Ra with a pretty good jab as well.
Final minute here in the first round. Each fighter still looks fresh.
Nice 1-2 from Ra.
Kurmagomedov.
Another nice jab from Ra. Ra doing good switching his stance and establishing jab from both stances. You don't see that a lot. I like that.
Heavy foot. And you got Ramazan faking in and out quick. Hopping almost like he's jumping rope the entire time that he's moving.
Williams lands a nice jab, follows it with a 1-2.
Power shots there from Williams. And Kurmagomedov wants to keep the action close as we come up on 10 seconds.
Ra with Williams against the fence. Last 10 seconds in the first round.
Training, trying to take each other out with some big punches in that first round.
Needed a body from Williams. Doesn't really have anything on it.
5 minutes in the books.
That was a close round, guys. That was a good round. It's a fun fight. We give that round to Ra. Again, Ramazan Kurmagomedov. But I will not keep going through saying that man's full name. Guys, if you are joining me for the first time, do not forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you like what you are seeing. The next time I will be on will be for UFC 240, which is this upcoming Saturday at 10 p.m. It is not the deepest card, but I am excited for it for the main event. Max Holloway versus Frankie Edgar. I cannot wait for that matchup. A long time coming. Do not miss our coverage.
You spoke to the power of Jordan Williams, and 6 of his 8 wins have come by 9.
Again, that's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Contender series when you got the TKO
We are in the second round of the final fight of Dana White's Contender Series.
marijuana metabolites that were found.
Both guys landing leg kicks. William lands a nice little combo. Mostly blocked. Going for a jab, but Rod just good footwork, good head movement, able to dodge. His Rod's head movement so good. Williams has a pretty crisp jab, but not able to land it consistently. Good head movement of his own, though. Ducks right under that jab of Ra. Both guys trading leg kicks. Right now, early in the round, anybody's round. I think William needs it more than Ra, though. Because I would give that last round to Ra. Ra mixing it up to the body here and there. Or there you go. Williams lands that jab, lands across, another jab. Another jab from Williams. Jab cross combo from Williams. Needs more of that. Needs more of those leg kicks. There you go. As I say, those a nice leg kick lands. He's a smaller guy. He needs to just keep touching Ra as much as possible. Ra lands a really good leg kick, follows up with a flying knee that lands partially. And then a takedown from Ra. Williams, great balance. Not fully taken down yet. Really good balance from Williams because he had horrible positioning. Able to use the cage to get up. That's good stuff. If you're Williams' corner, you got to be happy about that. But he needs to break up this clinch off the cage and gets back to putting some work in the middle of the cage. Cruz seems to be under the impression that Ra is winning the striking exchanges. Not sure I agree. Raw is looking good, but Williams landing some nice jabs, some leg kicks, landing a nice cross. Williams able to get the underhook and get Raw off him, but he is still in that danger zone.
Back to that low kick if I'm Ramazan, that's for sure.
Nice kick to the body, followed by a leg kick from Raw. Raw establishing his jab now. Eats a couple from Williams for it though. Both guys establishing their having success with the jab. 1-2 from Williams. Also leading with the hook on a couple of those combos. Nice. There we go. Now Raw landed some jabs. I want to see Williams try to throw some body kicks as well. Oh, nice little combo from Williams. Williams, the biggest underdog on this card, not looking like it this round. These guys are just fucking going at it. Not throwing winging hooks, but really stiff jabs from both of these guys. Leg kicks. Trying to mix it up here and there. I like it. Let's see which one of these guys follow up that jab combo with either a head kick or a big hook. I'd like to see Ross start using those kicks a little more. He had success with them in the first round. You see William bloodied up. Rob bleeding out his nose as well, though. Guys, you don't often see this many jabs in a UFC fight. But I fuck with it. Guys, did y'all see that Pacquiao-Thurman fight? Woo! That was some shit. Pacquiao looking like he's 25 out here. It was so cool watching him just outwork the young guy, man. And really put it on Thurman. Hurt him a couple times. Not only when he dropped him, but hurt him to the body twice.
Good right jab by Williams, and then look at this low kick to a jumping boom. Williams eats that like nothing.
I would like Pacquiao to retire. You know, good win, putting a loss, putting a loss on. I'm laughing at the reaction of Dana White watching the fight. But yeah, cool him retiring, putting the L on Thurman's record, going out on top, so to speak. But you know, he said he's gonna come back next year. I want to see who against, man. Pac-Man was great, and he knew it too. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was showing the fuck off, man. He dolly shuffle and shit. Oh man, that was a fun night. He was laughing and smiling at Thurman. Woo, you could feel his confidence, man. Oh, nice leg kick from Ra.
Straight fights where he's gone into the third round and scored a TKO victory. He does not cut weight because of his condition as a type 1 diabetic. It's proven not to be a problem largely through his 11-fight pro career.
Yeah, one thing you see, he's never really looks tired. He's got third round knockouts. I think a lot of that comes from not cutting weight, being fresh when he's in there. That's probably why he carries a lot of his strength in here too. You don't know
Look for Williams to have the better gas tank, not cutting weight.
people already have that complex given to them. Williams has natural health.
As Williams doing the
Not much action so far this round. Oh, Williams is landing that jab again though. Stiff. You see him really put like go into that jab too. Step into that shit. I like George St. Pierre, aka the best jab in MMA. Do y'all remember George St. Pierre's jab? What he did to Josh Koscheck's eye with nothing but a jab. Woo! That was something to behold right there. That was pretty. Raw now has Williams against the cage. Lands the elbow off the breakup. Well, nice combo for Williams. Eats one, but definitely landing more shots. Guys, both these guys know they need this round. As Cruz says the same. Yeah, it's winner take all for this round, in my opinion. And I'm giving either guy a contract from the heart they're putting out. Just for all the fucking marbles. Williams landing, I don't even know if I can say the better exchange. They're both landing, but I'm giving the edge to Williams so far. Remember, Williams does have a few third-round finishes. Oh, good uppercut from Williams. Eats two for it, though. Seems unfucking phased by both of them. Did you see Williams eat that shit? Williams now on Ra's back. Doesn't have any hooks in, though. Yeah, Ra able to stand up. Williams does have that half Nelson on the right side. Yeah, does nothing with it. Both guys still throwing those jabs. But Williams, anytime he lands the jab, he's following up with a cross at least. And he's still stepping into it. Doubles up on the jab, follows it with a cross. Someone's mouthpiece got knocked out. It was Roz. I think from that cross. Well, nice uppercut from Williams in the clinch. Ooh! Lands a nice hook, Williams does. Lands a nice combo again, Williams does. Rod tries to do that weird-ass head kick he did before and loses balance the same way he did the first time. Williams is Frankenstein, a.k.a. Michael Myers, just walking forward, a.k.a. Jason Voorhees. 10 seconds left in the main event of Dana White's Contender Series. Both guys trading. This is the fuck I'm talking about. Guys, what more could you fucking ask for? Come on. Both guys just trading. Dana White has no choice but to stand up. Let's fucking go. This is why you watch Dana White's Contender Series on a Tuesday fucking night, guys. They said Ra is 22. Again, he was the largest favorite on the card. But 22, man, you have a long time. Yeah, absolutely great fight. You have a long time. 22 years old. You're young in the game. You're not going anywhere. You looked great. I'm talking about Ra. But I give this fight to Williams 2 rounds to 3. Guys, Williams just had another gear that Ra didn't this fight. Ra didn't even gas. Williams just had a different type of gas tank. Is it because he doesn't cut weight? Maybe. No matter what it is, that pace that Williams started in the second round, he kept through the entirety of that fight. Love it. Yeah, what a fight, man. Exactly.
Shots, I think, in that third round.
Williams. I give it to Williams. I give it to Williams. 49 to 48. 49 to 48, I got it.
Fighters that go for it. These two fighters went for it.
Wow, man. What a fight.
In this show, a lot of times when you match up the best regional prospects from the United States and now into this season from the Worlds, you get to really see what you're made of against other guys that will bring you into these deep waters.
Sheesh.
Situation is, if you're in the top 5 of your division and you're currently in the UFC, what are you doing to say, I deserve a title shot over the other 5? These guys are not, they don't have a contract, and now they're proving we deserve one. What are you going to do to show them?
Here we go. They're about to say who won.
Who won this fight? Here's Lorisenko.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Tony Weeks scores the bout 30-27 Williams.
30-27 Williams for one.
Major scores the bout 29-28 Nurmagomedov. And Judge Mike Bell scores
29-28 Raw.
28 for your winner by split decision, Ramazan Nurmagomedov.
What?
By split decision,
They gave it to Ramazan split decision.
Nurmagomedov. The scorecard started with a 30-27 the other way, where he gets a couple of 29-28s, and the 22-year-old from Dagestan moves to 6-0.
And that was a
Ah, man.
made the right decision on that one, the judges. Just touched them a little bit more, I think.
All right, so now it's decision time
Slightly robbed indeed, man. I don't.
with his team to see who tonight.
The first round I gave to Ramazan. Second and third, though.
And it does not take a finish. Several fighters this season have put on a show and gone the distance. The fourth,
I don't know about that one, guys.
just as Ramazan
Probably the takedowns. I mean, I guess. Maybe. But, like, what did he do with the takedown? Ah. That's rough for Williams.
So getting the victory is Ramazan Nurmagomedov. Freestyle wrestling
Of course, Ramazan being a Dagestani. Of course, his manager is Ali.
has trained in New Jersey for the last 4 years. He left home at a young age.
Oh, he trains in Jersey, probably with the Beat and Frankie and them.
Yeah, I mean, when you spend your whole life doing martial arts and then you get an opportunity to come compete, not just on the Contender, but in the UFC, basically,
Guys, both guys put it out there.
Contender is the UFC. So if you're getting that kind of opportunity, I mean, what a gift, especially coming from a record.
It took you a while. Yeah, that is funny as shit. It's like I took your wallet and half your cash and gave you the wallet back. You're not lying, man.
10-1 overall. He's undefeated.
That's fucking funny.
Thank you very much, guys. But Ramazan, what
All right, we're hearing from Ramazan.
close, hard battle. Just give us your thoughts on the fight first.
First one, I want to say thank you for my opponent. He gave me a really fun fight, and I think I will be known after this fight too high. I will be fly too high after this fight. This is my first fight in middleweight division. I always fight 170, and middleweight is very tough.
Ramazan saying he usually fights at 170, which is surprising because
You came into
this
this fight with
this fight at 185 and he looked to be the bigger man.
toe-to-toe the entire time.
He looks humongous for 170.
Show that you're more than just a wrestler. Show off your striking.
Yeah, I
I can't even. I don't understand how he fights 170.
always work with him through my balls, my kicks. This fight I can't do too much kicks because I feel a little problem with my left kicks. And
Said he felt an injury, so he couldn't really work too many kicks.
coach, Coach Mansour from Dagestan, Coach Ricardo, I always work with this guy in my wrestling, my grappling. This why I can do everything. I can do striking, I can do wrestling.
Yeah, you're not lying, man. Those Dagestani fighters are another breed.
I hope I will be known every my fight. I will be known.
Well, round 2 and 3, you definitely were able
If he does get signed to the UFC and fights 170, I'd like to see what he looks like at 170.
in those rounds that allowed you to kind of get more loose and mix it up a little bit more.
Because in my first round, I start kick a little bit and box with this guy and to
Man, I wish that they gave the losers of this of some of these fights contracts, man. Because is anybody going to argue that Williams doesn't deserve a contract after tonight? And this is his second appearance on Dana White's Contender Series. I really hope Dana White will say fuck the rules and sign Williams, whether it be through the show or just outside the show. Just give him a fucking contract, man. Ramazan saying that his brother told him he had to give it all in his third round because he needed it. You know, I believe he did give his all. I believe so did Williams, and I believe Williams had more to give and gave it. I don't understand this scorecard, man. I don't. Not the biggest robbery we've ever seen, guys, but man. Man. I would have been willing to bet you $100 after watching this fight that Williams won that. Exactly. Yeah, Williams definitely pushed the pace. That's the thing. Ramazan definitely landed, but it was in reaction to the shots that were getting landed on him from Williams. Boom, boom, boom from Williams. So Ramazan, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like he was putting a bunch back out there, but it was all after eating something. He was very reactive that third round. I don't understand how you can give that to him. It's not like he was countering with more powerful shots. Williams put in more work, in your opinion and my opinion, bro. You and me fucking both. All right, guys, let's see how many people Dana White is going to give contracts to. I think 4 out of the 5 winners are going to get contracts tonight. The third fight, I didn't think he put enough on Lawson to earn a contract. I think he had chances to end that fight that he didn't take. I think Ramazan. I only think Ramazan deserves a contract, honestly, because I think Williams deserves a contract and Ramazan won. So it's only fair to say that he deserves a contract. Yeah, I mean, walking. Yeah. I can see what you're saying. Walking forward, he was bringing the pressure by walking forward, and octagon control is a factor in scoring when it's really close. But just like you said in the same breath, that is not always the gauge of who's pushing the pace. He didn't push the pace; he pushed the pressure. So making sure that there was a pace going on, like that there was action going on. He was walking forward, but he wasn't starting the exchange. Whoever starts the exchange, in my opinion, is controlling the pace. Dana White's here to read who he's giving the contract to. Let's see. First fight, I think, is a no-brainer. This guy defended it a bunch in the first round. Dana White sounds like he's agreeing. Get that man a contract. He said killer instinct. Killer instinct, I should say. That's the key. Yeah, we are 1 for 1. Billy gets a contract. One thing Dana White hates more than Oscar De La Hoya is not finishing a fight you had a chance to. Preach. Preach. Dana now talking about Jamal, how he needs more experience, but how he looked in the cage. Dana said he changed his mind. Originally thought he needed more experience, but liked how he controlled himself and the type of composure that he put out there in the cage. We're 2 for 2. Jamal Hill gets a contract.
Fights I've seen in a while, and I think that both guys need work. You know,
Dana talking about the third fight.
and
Said both fighters need work.
that he needs to tighten up in his game. And
Some things the winner needs to tighten up, he said.
and I believe that this kid will be in the UFC someday, just not today.
Said he believes the third winner belongs in the UFC one day, but not today. Agreed.
So
Here we go for Woodson.
I love both these guys' stories, and we always talk about how when you see great fights, it takes two great fighters to make a great and wow. And when you look at Sean, he took this fight on 5 days' notice, was getting dominated on the ground, and that's one of the things that I have to look at when I bring a guy like this in. You know, when people are watching film on him and getting ready to fight him, everybody's going to try to take this kid down, right? Everybody's going to try to take this kid down.
Dana talking about Woodson's deficiencies on the ground.
Great jiu-jitsu guys that he's going to fight here in the UFC. So he needs to really tighten that part of his game up.
Dana said Woodson needs to tighten up his jiu-jitsu.
A few things. Then wow, the flying knee.
And then he goes to the flying knee.
Weeks. You know, he took this thing on 5 days notice, overcame adversity today, did what he needed to do to win, finished the fight. I'm bringing him into
Thanks for the support, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
6-0. Now the main event.
Woodson gets a contract.
Let me start
We're 3-1, guys.
with respect to both guys. Absolute war
Thank you guys for subscribing and support and the compliments. Appreciate it, man.
with the judges on the decision. I do not think that Jordan lost that fight. I think Jordan won that fight.
Oh,
Won.
Dana White saying he does not agree with the decision of Ramazan winning.
Kept the pressure on, kept coming forward.
I agree. Preach.
I think he won the fight. Obviously, both guys are super talented. Both guys are super tough. Both guys fought their hearts out today. So hopefully they'll be in the UFC someday. All right.
Thank you very much for your
Oh. Dana White said he hopes both the fighters in the 5th fight are in the UFC one day, but not today. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Billy Quarantello and Sean Woodson, so there will be 3 contracts tonight. Billy Quarantello started the night with the victory, and he starts off our winners' interviews who get the contract with Laura.
Thanks very much, guys. Billy Quarantello. Wait, what's your nickname again from telling you?
Why am I doing this? Because I love it. Because this is a fucking ball, man. And it's only going to get better. Promise y'all that. If this is your first time, guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate the hell out of the support. And I hope you are having as much fun with this as I am. The next time I will be live will be for UFC 240. That is Frankie Edgar versus Max Holloway. And the co-main event is going to be Chris Cyborg returning after her loss against Amanda Nunes against Felicia Spencer, the new hot name in the 145-pound division, in which there's only about 2 names. I cannot wait for that card. It should be good. What do I do for a living? The short answer is I work in real estate. It is not very exciting, but I find excitement doing this and other avenues in my life. And again, I could not be having a better fucking time right now, guys. You have no idea. Yeah, really good to hear that Dana didn't agree with that either. Guys, catch me 10 p.m. Eastern this Saturday. Again, for UFC 240, live coverage, Q&A, etc. I will be dropping a predictions video later this week. If you subscribe, you will get the notification as a subscriber when I go live for that. I do not drop pre-recorded videos. Everything will be live, whether that is new content coming very soon, by the way, or already established content such as my fight predictions and my coverage of any major combat sports event, whether that be UFC, Bellator, PFL, bare knuckle boxing. Shit, if you put a lion and a tiger and a bear in a cage and you tell me you are watching it, I will be there watching it with you, having a great fucking time. Because what else are we here for, right? Guys, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking what I'm doing. Do not forget about the contest going on. I will announce the winner later in August during one of those fight cards. I have not picked which one, but I will announce it at a later date. To be entered into the competition, get 5 people to subscribe, comment on any existing video, and at the person who referred them, and I will sign you up to win $100 worth of official UFC merchandise. Yes, straight from the website. And if you are lucky enough to win, I might even let you pick your own shit. How about that? Again, you need a minimum 5 subscribers to tell me that they subscribe to my channel because of you. And you can win $100 of official UFC gear. There 100% will be a winner. I 100% will announce that winner if no one gets 5 subscribers by that time. First of all, fuck you. You're supposed to be supporting me, supposed to be doing this as a motherfucking team. It's like, nah. If for some reason we don't have someone with at least 5, then we will just extend that competition because I will give away $100 of UFC official merchandise to one of you motherfuckers. Are you not entertained? Thank you for joining me, guys. I cannot say it enough times. This is a ball. Catch me Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for UFC 240. Thank you for joining me, guys. Lion, Tigers, and Bears, oh my. You said it, man. Do you make revenue yet? I do not make revenue yet. I've only been doing it for about a month and a half. Nowhere close to revenue. Still working out the kinks. Still getting better. Still figuring out what the fuck you guys want from me. Because I am going to give my all to make sure that we just keep this experience getting better and better. I am not a media member. I am not a fighter. I am a fan just like you guys trying to make the best fan experience possible. And who better than a fan to make that experience, right? See you guys Saturday. Have a good one, guys.